In this game, Przemek took black and Milena took white. Aha, and it starts with this Joseki. And this Joseki is a bit outdated. So this is fine, but then the next move should be here. If black goes to the corner, white can jump, play here, maybe later play this one, or attack like that, but this looks a bit scary. I think this move looks good. Simply jump should be also fine, but a bit slow. Yeah, and then what if black plays this one? Then white can go into the corner. This should be good for white. No, black doesn't really have any good move because this doesn't capture white. If black plays like this, white can maybe go this way to strengthen the shape and push, maybe push even once more. So we covered two extensions. After this move, Hane looks very natural, should be good for white. And then what happens after that move? We can play the crosscut and go back to the Joseki which was played in the game, but it's better for white to play here. Very powerful move. If black plays Atari, then black ends up with two cutting points. A bit difficult for black to choose right now. Let's say black chooses this. I think that white can fight. Yeah, good to know. In the game we have this move, and then we have this. Oh wait, no. The old Joseki goes this way. This way it goes, then white plays here, black goes here, here, and add a move, maybe add a move. Yeah, this would be a normal development, but in the game black plays from the other side, which is simply better for white. This is satisfactory for white. White's corner is just very, very big. White is not split at all. Maybe black even needs to go back, add a move. So black played wrong in this Joseki. Black should have played from the other side, the Ataris. No, doesn't matter in which order the Ataris are played. Anyway, white will answer both. And at least here play this move, because then you can Hane in Sente. It's better. White played the attachment. This is not needed and not understandable. Why does white play this attachment? It will strengthen black. Even if black simply answers like this, what is white's continuation? If white goes here, black will easily get out. I don't think white is going to cut, but if white is, well, black can even sacrifice the stones and be satisfied. Or maybe black can play here now. And if white is going to play from this side, well, what did this attachment give white? I don't know. It's not a good moment to attach. You don't attach to single stones. So white decided to get something on the outside. Interesting choice. In the end, white cuts black. Why not push? Push should be good. Maybe just play this one without cutting white. If white plays this, alright, then white plays it. White is still not connected with everything, in fact, but we take Sente. It's not important what happens here. Black is safe, white is also completely out, so white is also not thin. Yeah, maybe it was too much to cut white, because it only created weak points in black's shape. This is my take on that, though not sure about it. Because for example now, yes, it was played in the game. There is this weakness in black's shape. So maybe black should have played this one instead. But if black plays this, white goes here. If black plays here, white connects in Sentem. Not necessarily a gain that black cut white. But after this move, there was a weak point in black's shape and white used it immediately. Now if black tries to go like this, white goes down and black is dead. There is no ladder in which white can be captured. So black needs to go from below, but this is a disaster. I mean, white gained really a lot. Black is down on the second line. White captured 2 stones, getting an eye. But yeah, this is what happened. Black had no choice but to agree on that. I'm also not sure if this exchange is good. Is this a good exchange? Maybe better like this? Like this black shape is worse, but there is still much more weakness in white's shape. If white doesn't do anything, then later there is a liberty problem on the other side. So I don't know, difficult to tell. But anyway, white is very happy with this result. Then white invaded, and I don't really like this decision. If I was white, I would certainly consider playing on the side. Maybe black can pincer, but still, it's important to not give black a big potential here, I think. Now, as black, I would simply continue. The potential is quite big. I mean, probably it's not a mistake to invade here in 3-3, but it's a bit risky. Later we will need to think whether we should reduce, invade, I don't know. This move is unexpected by black because black could have pushed in center. So why do we Keima if we could have pushed? Now we wouldn't play here, would we? But maybe there is some additional thinking behind it because we want to keep the agi open to maybe cut white from the other side. So white anyway answered, then it's all right for black, and black continued by invading. I think it's natural to continue around here. It has a big value. We can create a really big box because we have 2 walls quite far from each other. We can get a lot of points. In the game, black invaded, and then white plays calm. Yeah, in fact, white also has a big potential on the left side. Black invaded, but this is not the good timing. Black took away a few points of white, but black, simply created points from his anyway alive group. And white is also not thin here. There is so much potential here and there. Certainly invading this corner, this small corner now, is just not worth enough. As I said before, just play here. Black lived there in Gote. And now you see, black is still open from below, still open from above. Maybe it was better now to play here, but then white can invade, and if black plays from below, white can build a group. Yeah, black missed the timing to create the moyo for himself. After the double hane of white, black should usually consider maybe this move. This is possible. White can continue like this. It's a joseki. But now this influence is not well located and white gets a lot of points. So this is not a good idea. But then if we cannot double hane, what else can we consider? We can also consider here, playing here. And then if white plays like this, probably black is satisfied with what happened. And if white plays like this, it's a possible fight. Now white has a supporting stone, so I think that white can be better in this fight. So this might also not be good. If neither of the options is good, then we should simply extend. Later white gets this in center, and it reverts to white immediately playing here, then playing there a common joseki. Anyway, the game is good for white because of the huge potential white has on the left side. How to continue? Maybe here. Oh, nice move. But the connection is too slow. After the connection is played, white will very easily give away the stone when we try to capture it. White extended, yeah, possible. Not necessary. Also, the other moves are big, and if black plays here, black only helps white enclose the box. But yeah, also a big move. When you are invading your opponent's moyo, then don't extend up after the kick. This is a heavy way of playing. This is not a sabaki, not a hangma. You should jump. Sometimes you even play the knight's move. However, it gives white a possibility to simply get the fourth line territory, and maybe this doesn't satisfy you. However, if you play like this, then white is not going to take the second line territory. This is too small. Maybe later you attach, and yeah, this is better than that other variation, though maybe looks not much different, but in fact it is quite different. So you jump, and your opponent is usually going to play here. Then you can make the exchange if you want, and later maybe play like this, play like that. This is the normal development. But if you go up, then your shape is too heavy. Yes, this is an expected answer of white. Yeah, and black's shape is simply bad, difficult. If I were white, I would play here. This, after all, leaves opens white's area. But yeah, white maybe just made sure that the group on the other side is safe. For now, black runs out. Yes, makes sense. And black managed to run out, but white gets something in the meantime. A few points here and safety, a few points there, and now stones which will help destroy black's area on the right side. So how does it continue? And how is the game generally? I mean, it should be good for white since white got this one. Let's say white has 10, 15, 20 points, 35, 45 plus commie, 55 for white. For black, 12, 27, 30. Even if black gets 20 points here, it's not enough. And it will be difficult because now white keeps pressing on black. Black will need to answer, and white will have time to reduce black's area from top and from the bottom. So yeah, the game is good for white. But still, like, you shouldn't play this heavy, you should play here. Important. Important to know. Black was in time to block here. Actually, this is a small move, I think. White is anyway safe with the group. White should press on black. If black plays here, all right, then we also got out and we have a possibility to press on black from the top. Later play from the bottom. The game is good. This move was ignored by black, and probably it was a good decision by black. White plays quite slow here, but all right. Maybe now there are no big moves left on the board. Though of course we can still keep putting pressure on black's group, and probably it's just worth it. Usually it's just worth it to press against on a weak group. It will force your opponent to play some moves which usually he would not like playing, and yeah, the profit will just come naturally. So press on weak groups, a general thing in Go. And now white did something which is not possible, like not good at all. White plays the first line kind way too early, and then the next one. And as long as the first one is somewhat understandable, because if white doesn't do it and black does it, then it creates a weak point in white's shape. So now white would be forced to play from this side, make life. So this is a bit unpleasant, but still, like, it's a bit early. Maybe white should have first played something, at least something from the top, and then play this one. But all right, as long as the first one is somewhat understandable, the next one is not understandable at all. This white really doesn't need, because black doesn't have any center moves himself around here. This is not center at all. And this is just small. This is worth around 4 points in center for white. But it strengthens black so much. Later, if white plays any move around here, it will be complete gote. But if white first plays a move here, then it is for sure center. And then white can play here, or in fact probably still better to first play here. Still black is not going to play this one because it's too small. There are much bigger moves on the board, so it creates some edge in black's shape, and if black answers, only then you play here. So here comes the general rule about which center moves to play first in the endgame. First, you reduce your opponent's area from the top, and only later you play your first 9-handed. Very, very important. Your first 9-handed strengthens your opponent by a lot. Later, your moves from the outside will not be center at all, but otherwise they would be super much center. So this is way too conservative play by Milena. And now probably black might be getting slowly back in the game. Yeah, now white puts some pressure. I mean, reduces, but doesn't put pressure because black is so strong already. Yeah. White needed to go back. And then black finds time to jump in. Black plays very actively. Black doesn't want to simply connect, taking a few points, but instead black invites white to cut off the group and then claims that he can somehow make life on the side. And then continues very actively. And then white did something silly, because white took away the liberty from the outside and black connected. This was a blunder. White should have obviously played from the side, and then even if black captures white here without a call, white gets all these moves in center, and maybe later white can kill black. I don't know. Unless, wait, here there is actually a way for black to run out. So this I missed. So in fact, black is fine, but still white loses not that much. Well, it would have been better to start with these moves, because then it would just not work. But yeah, white made first this mistake to let black connect, and then white cuts, which is a Tsuji, but then a blunder playing from this side instead of from the bottom, and then suddenly it's not a Samedori anymore. Like this, black would end up with only 8 points in the corner, but in the game, when black connects, black has 8 points plus additional 6 points here. So 6 points difference, and also a difference of this point, if I see it correctly, which could have been white's. So 7 points were lost by white, just like this, by an oversight. And then maybe the game is already close. And you see, white now plays moves like this, and black doesn't even think about answering, because obviously these moves are gote. They don't threaten anything. Yeah, in the game, in the end, white manages to jump in, but still, like maybe black could have played from this side. Maybe this would have been better. Black played from the other side, then white went into from the top. And then white managed to capture stones of black here. So black missed the time when he was supposed to add a move. So in the end, white got quite a few points from that attack, but yeah, black should have simply answered like this, and there would have been no problem. So in the game, white finally finds this Tsuji, captures 9 stones of black, and then white ends up winning this game. But yeah, if not that blunder of black, then maybe black would be fine. I think that after white's oversights on the left side, it was already a very close game. But obviously the very important mistakes are here. Don't play the first 900 too early. Don't. First reduce from the top, and only after you played all your center moves from the top, only then play your first 900, when you don't worry about strengthening your opponent inside his territory. So this is it about this game. Very important lesson about the end game at the end. And yeah, that's it for today. I will still review a few more games tomorrow.